Three of Wands, Five of Cups in reverse, and the Two of Cups. No major arcana. Pull clarifiers right off the bat. Ten of Cups, Queen of Wands, and Page of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see. So these are the energies moving out of February into March. So, with the Ten of Cups on the Three of Wands, I'm getting there is a desire or a movement away from an emotional ending of sorts. And that can be in any area of your life. It very well could be in an intimate, romantic sense, Leo, with the cup suit here. Maybe there's a reinvigoration, a re-examination of what lights you up in these relationships for you, Leo, and coming back to your passions on a very basic level, since this is a 10 moving back to a 3. And I say passions too, because the Queen of Wands is here on the Five of Cups in reverse. The Queen of Wands could be you. It's a fire sign, female, or a fire sign, feminine energy. It doesn't necessarily have to be a female in particular, Leo. But she's looking into the Five of Cups energy. And the Five of Cups energy, when it's upright, points to sorrow or looking at what's not working out, when you could very well be turning around and taking the opportunity to look what still is working in your life or standing strong. With this card in reverse, I feel that this process is in fact happening. This sorrow is dissipating, moving into March out of February. And there's a determination coming from within you, Leo. Excuse me. There's a black cat with your animal friends and a sphere of animal, just a primal reinvigoration of what lights you up in your life. In a sense, in a way that in anything and everything that you tackle or want to put your attention or mind to or energy to or focus upon, you want to make sure that it feels right, that it's fun to you. Leos like to have fun, and it's one of the more playful signs in the zodiac. And with the Queen of Wands and the Three of Wands, I feel like she has her playmate, and what you guys have been focusing on is some sort of ending, either for a project that you're putting behind you and you're moving away from into new endeavors or new relationships, or the grieving process is over of something in the past. I feel like the energy is moving through this Five of Cups and away from the Ten of Cups. And the effort that you've put in, Leo, to this letting go process, and it could be an internal process as well through the eclipse energies that we are coming out of from February. Letting go of limiting beliefs and anything that isn't serving your higher purpose. So empty promises, lackful projects that, or situations, jobs, professional circumstances that didn't, I want to say, pan out perfectly. And of course, nothing is perfect, but what you're expecting to get from the situation, relationship, whomever, however it's resonating for you, Leo, you've gone through the process of grieving it and letting it go. I'm going to focus on these. I feel there's a movement towards a more equal, positive, uplifting, practical way of approaching this project or situation, Leo, that I'm seeing the Page of Pentacles in reverse as an outside influence. This isn't you. This is a younger influence, possibly male, that is trying to influence what you're up to in a practical way, but it's not quite what you're looking for. And this union of cups, this giving and receiving that is happening between these two people, there's an ebb and a flow to it, and what they're bringing to the project or the partnership is precisely what's needing to happen. And this feels like sort of a dead end or a little bit of a distraction or not useful to what you have going on over here. Whatever's coming to mind, Leo, in that way. So I'm going to move on to the March energies. He is coming up all over the place. So in reverse, we have the Seven of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Page of Wands in reverse. The Six of Wands. Straight. The Emperor in reverse, and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, let's dive in here. I'm going to cross my legs for this one. So in March, I feel like, Leo, what you've been after and what you've been standing up for and defending yourself or working towards, I don't even want to say it, isn't panning out. The Six of Wands in reverse, upside down energy. It's the victory card, upright. And this is standing up for what you believe in and warding off the negativity. But in reverse, I'm feeling like these energies are a waste of your time. Maybe your focus and your attention in a particular direction at the beginning. I feel like this is more the beginning of March, possibly around the full moon, which is right at the beginning of March. There could be some impassionedness, I want to say, that is diverting your attention in a way that isn't productive. Because where I want to see you put your energy in March around the full moon is parties and celebrations and joyfulness and gathering with like-minded individuals outside of, with the Emperor in reverse here, which is a major arcana card, outside the influence of the naysayers or the party poopers is what's coming up. These people are, you don't want to invite them to your parties. However, that's resonating for you. It's okay to be selective around the people that you choose to spend your time with and develop your relationships with, Leo. I feel like that's going to tip you into this energy of, well, should I include them? Because they're a little bit upfront and in your face and snarky about not getting the invitation to whatever you're planning, and that has you back mentally deliberating as to whether or not you're doing the right thing. And I think that you are, to be perfectly honest. And coming back to the wand energy in the beginning here, it's like these petty arguments are just a waste of your time. And I really want you to focus in the month of March, Leo, on the places in your life that feel effortless and are flowing and give you cause for celebration, and there's a harvest going on in those areas of your life. And keep doing more of that and move away from these dissonant energies from the beginning of March and even towards the end of March, although this is throughout March. This is the end of March, moving into April. I want to pull another card on these fellas. Yeah, so you're going to piss some people off. That's okay. Don't be afraid of that. And they're going to be reactive with the Eight of Wands in reverse. This card, I think it came up for Cancer actually, or Gemini. I feel this card to me lately is, when it's in reverse, is speaking of swift communication, but not communication that you want to be receiving. And I feel like this person's anger or frustration with you is they're just going to feel like they have the right to vent at you. And I want you to be like the waves here. Just ride the wave of it, let water roll off like a duck's back, and keep coming back and focusing on the fun parts of your life in March. What you focus on, you get more of. Absolutely, completely, without a doubt. So if you're giving this person or this relationship the negative attention that they're after, it's just going to keep cycling into more of the same. So you need to be firm but loving and set the boundaries that feel right and true for you. And eventually they're going to have to respect that. There's just no way around it. I'm not sure why that's coming through, but those are the messages that I'm getting. So let's move on to the end of the month energies. The Knight of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and the Fool. I love the Fool card. Ooh, another major arcana, the Star. Another major arcana, the High Priestess. And another major arcana. They're all upright. So March might feel a little bumpy, and like this particular person is going to be an annoyance, but you're going to put that to rest as you move out of March, Leo, because you have bigger and better and more badass things to put your attention and time and love and passions into than these petty arguments, because they're not where you want to be spending your time and focus. They're just not. You have a bigger, grander plan ahead of you moving into April, into the springtime, Leo. So let's take a look. The Star on the Knight of Cups. So when you make the decision to move forward on a plan that feels divinely guided, Leo, you have Spirit and your angels and your guides and God and all things divine at your back. And without a doubt, you're going to want to move in those directions, moving into April out of March. However that's coming up for you, Leo. Because these new endeavors, and I want to say that you've been contemplating it for a while, that they're not completely new projects. Maybe you're picking up a past project or a past relationship that didn't quite get off the ground, and now you're ready to move forward in a new, bigger way with it because you feel more solid in who you are and what you're about and what you want to offer the world. And it is divinely guided here with High Priestess, and it is going to pay off and make you feel as if the reciprocity that in this way of you developing yourself in these intuitive and internal ways from this place of abundance, you can then give and receive in the outer world, Leo. And it feels so good to be in celebration of that place. And I feel as you're moving through the middle of March and you keep reminding yourself to focus on the parts of your life that are flowing and working and feel good and are joyful and are playful, that's going to move you into these energies of bringing you on a new path that you're going to see a new structure for. And you're going to start putting this plan into action. having gone through your own trials and tribulations and taking with you your nuggets of wisdom and the hope in your heart that this is leading you down into creating the lifestyle that you want of your dreams and not settling for anything less than that, and utilizing what's already been created and not feeling like you have to reinvent the wheel all over again, because there are systems out there that you can either use for free. I'm thinking of online programs or systems or accounting programs or something to do with videos or some way of offering your service to the masses through online, like a Zoom video. There are all these free offerings, Leo, that you have as resources to support you in this, you picking up this project, relationship, or endeavor again, and you're excited about it. And I don't blame you. I think you should be. It's a new journey, and it's going to, towards the end of the month, feel like the universe has hit a refresh button on your life. And it's going to infuse your everyday experience with a renewed sense of enthusiasm and adventure. He's about to go on an adventure. He doesn't quite know, the Fool, he doesn't quite know precisely what each and every next step looks like, or the hows of how it's going to all fall into place or get accomplished. But this guy has complete faith and trust in the unfolding path and the process, and he's being divinely guided, and he has the support of these wise, experienced people who have gone before him, maybe in a little bit of a different way, perhaps a little bit of a more traditional sense. And you're taking your own spin on this project and turning it into something fresh and new and bright, and with your own creative flair, Leo, because you are extremely creative, being the middle fire sign of the zodiac. So I hope that made sense. I want to pull a Wild Kuan Yin Oracle card for you by Alana Fairchild. Here's the book. For additional messages for the month of March. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This one. Oh my gosh, I love this. Be led by the path before you. What was I just saying? Be led by the path before you. And focus on these two cards. Number 6. They're adventure mates. You may wonder if you are on the right path. You may have a choice to make and are uncertain as to which decision will be the right one for you. I scatter petals to send to the wind and blessings to reveal the way. Though at times you may fear that you are being led astray, trust in your unfolding life journey, for the path before you is one that I have blessed. See what time. Okay, I'm going to stop there. So perfect. I think that's a wonderful message to end on, Leo. Be led by the path before you. It is divinely guided, and this oracle confirms that you are on a new path. And again, you may not see the full path ahead of you, and you're not supposed to. We're not supposed to know what happens tomorrow. How fun would that be? It would be so boring. Part of the adventure of life is the not knowing. And when we step into that space and fully embrace the free fall of life, that's when the true beauty of the unfolding process can reveal itself to us, when we loosen our grip and go within for for the quiet messages that will divinely guide the right next step, and trusting in that process because you are on your right path, whatever that may be.